Yay. So now this is the part where I get to go ahead to people that are like, hey, I'm trying to do this. I'm like, you're late. So that's it. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate everybody who's on here already. As you know, people kind of roll in here. And so usually by about 10 minutes after we get everything. However, we do not wait because we start right on time because otherwise it's not fair to the people that came in already. That being said, I am very, very happy to be here. Sean and Scott, right? We're collectively known as your Smoky Mountain Bears. We're with Travel Society. There are other Travel Society agents that are here. There's other people that have some of them sent their clients to come attend. Listen, it's great. Everybody's welcome. If you have any questions on this, ask away. If we don't answer it, for the love of God, go right ahead and go back to the agent that referred you in. So that way we can go ahead and make sure that we get
You're the
all the
impatient
questions
agent
answered.
that referred me in.
Yes. There you go. So everyone, and I know people will keep rolling in, but with that being said, I want to welcome James.
Yep.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Oh, I'll take care of it. Turn
Okay.
this in. Yay. So we'll welcome
Um,
James from Regents, and James is
sure.
sharing his computer now, I believe, and we
Going
will be able to
live.
go ahead and get started.
Yay.
Excellent.
And again,
Let me-
any questions you have, throw them in chat, raise a hand, unmute yourself and ask. We're good to go.
Excellent. Let's get rolling here. My name is James Gower. I am Business Development Manager with Regent Seven Seas Cruises, and happy for everybody joining us live or in the future, and wanting to know more about the amazing experience on Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Like I said, I am Business Development Manager. Been at Regent over 8 years in a variety of roles. So happy to discuss the experience because I can strongly stand behind selling and confident that you will enjoy the Regent experience on board on our amazing ships, our luxurious, amazing itineraries. And what is Regent Seven Seas Cruises? We are a all suites, all balcony ocean cruise line. 6 ships currently in the water right now sailing, with a seventh coming at the end of this year. We feature amazing suites with walk-in closets, double vanity, stone and marble bathrooms, the most luxurious, comfortable suites compared to any hotel property or other cruise line out there. Our rooms are actually comfortable, and the beds are like somebody's giving you a warm embrace, a wonderful hug, where it will be the best night's sleep of your life. The sheets are amazing. Everything is amazingly comfortable. And we feature the best guest to crew service numbers in the business with the 1-to-1 guest crew ratio. So a high level of service. Everyone's a VIP on board Regent, with the expectation that all your needs will be met and your trip will be amazing. And then for those that want a higher level of service in our penthouse categories and higher, we have butler service for those that want something extra, that personalized service. There's something for everyone, but no need to fear because everyone's a VIP. And the first question I usually get is, where do you go? So this is one of my favorite images that we have, the map of all the amazing places that we visit throughout the world, all the most popular ocean ports, anywhere that water touches land, our ships visit. And we have over 550 unique ports of call. We visit over 550 destinations. Amazing itineraries in the Caribbean, Mediterranean, as well as my personal favorite, Alaska. But I know a lot of people have done that already and you're looking for something new. So we'll go into some more specific itineraries later. But we have amazing options, South America, for those that want some more adventure. What is included in the Regent experience? We're the most all-inclusive luxury experience out there, and that means all specialty dining, all meals included. Our Newer ships have up to 3 specialty restaurants. So if you want multiple appetizers, multiple entrees, the only question is, do you want it all on one plate or coming out separate? That really is more peace of mind than you can even imagine when you're not signing a bill after each visit to get a coffee, a drink. You can order unlimited amounts and not feel guilty because it's already included, or all your meals are included in the upfront price. It's easier to say what food is not included, which is only a tin of caviar. So if you like caviar, we do
Sure.
have tastings, but if you want that personal tin, that'll be a cost, but that's really the only food that you could purchase on board, everything else included. Then all your drinks, premium beer, wine, and spirits. So that's all your top shelf selections, everything that you're used to drinking when you go out on a Friday or Saturday night, like the Maker's Mark, a Grey Goose, that's included, no extra charge. A long list of wine options are, we have different options depending on where we're at in the world. So for all the wine enthusiasts out there, we have a wide selection as well as all your soft drinks, water, and anything else that you need to feel like you're at home.
And
So drinks
I
included.
just want to stop you for a second.
Mhm.
Who had 707 in the pool for what time Paula was going to join the Zoom? Because
That
you're the winner. So just message me afterwards whoever had 707 in the Zoom that Paula would be here. You were right. It's all she got in here right at that time. And James, the really most
mhm,
important question here I want to point out. So unlimited shore excursions, A.
mhm.
B, I'm not hearing a lot of talk about champagne. And
That's
this is causing pain in my heart. Tell me when we get there, are we going to have champagne?
That's the first thing you'll get when you walk on board. You get a champagne welcome, a flute of cold champagne glass, and if you want to chug it real quick and get 3 more, that's totally fine. Plus, you'll have a champagne bottle on ice waiting for you when you get into the room. So champagne in abundance.
Scott feels seen. So being said now, let me just point out what if everybody because a few folks that are on I know are brand new to hearing about Regents. This is the first time they're hearing it. So I just want to point out, notice all the specialty dining is included, the premium drinks, the internet, gratuities, right? Unlimited shore excursions, and you even have some laundry services.
And
So
that's the biggest one.
and to me, and this is the thing I'm going to encourage you at the end. If you have not booked an all-inclusive line like this before, really sit down and do the math from that last cruise you did and add on that drink package, add on the Wi-Fi, add on everything else. And I tell you, you're going to come out to the price points to this price point.
Well, and shore
So
excursions.
just forget about it. And the unlimited shore excursions, those are the things that really make the difference.
Shore excursions are very costly wherever you're going, and it adds up quick. And having that included, that's just another thing that isn't going to come back on when you're on during the itinerary. So the excursions included, that's definitely the biggest value with what we include, and then everything else. So the experience, the excursions, the drinks, and Starlink Wi-Fi, so you can stay connected. And like you said, it's one price up front. It That's what you can expect to pay at the end. Gratuities are included, no extra or hidden fees on board the ship. People aren't trying to upsell you, get you to buy a drink package, get you to sign up for this. You pay up front, pay the one total price, and you could really get on board, walk off the ship without spending anything else. So right there, that's peace of mind. And what sets us apart, this is what we based our experience off of, our pillars: immersive exploration, heartfelt hospitality, luxurious space, and our Epicurean perfection all make up the most inclusive luxury experience. And we mentioned champagne and the champagne welcome when you get on board. Here is a wonderful picture being greeted once you've checked in, which with our small size, that's another benefit. You can show up at the port within 30 minutes or less, checked in, getting your room card, and you're having your first sip of champagne. That right there, compared to other cruise lines experiences, not a long line of people, not thousands of people, no more than 750 total guests on our ships. So right there, the process is easy. You're gonna have your first drink and get right to having a relaxing trip wherever you're going. And our crew is amazing. They go above and beyond. My favorite example story I like to remember is my first sailing. It was an Athens round trip. I enjoyed the karaoke night a little bit too much. I had an early morning with an included excursion, and with my breakfast order, I asked for a Bloody Mary. It was a little bit too early. I guess the bar wasn't open. They called down, they apologized, and then every day from that day on at 10 a.m., two Bloody Marys were delivered to my room, regardless if I was there or not, because they had to say no. And when that happens, they go into overdrive trying to make it right because they don't want you to feel like you didn't have the experience you want. So that's just one touch. Our crew is amazing. You'll definitely fall in love with a bartender or one of the entertainment crew members or your attendant. They always have a smile and they just make it feel like you're part of the family. So our heartfelt hospitality, our service, that definitely is what keeps people coming back to Regent and is the top priority for us to make sure the experience lives up to the expectation. Moving on to our ships, our luxurious spaces that I'll go into with the world's most luxurious fleet at sea. And starting with, we will be adding our seventh ship at the end of this year, Seven Seas Prestige. It will be a little bit bigger, going to 830 total guests, but it will have more restaurants, more spaces, more room to enjoy and have freedom on board. So if you would like more information on the Prestige, a lot more will be coming over the next few months, but we do have some new layouts and concept designs that you can view on our website. But the future of Regent is in the Prestige. This will be the first of three new ships in this class coming out for the next few years over time. So Prestige, definitely very excited about. But let's focus, let's talk about the ships that are in the water. We have six ships sailing right now. Three are in our Explorer class, which are no more than 750 total guests. The Grandeur, Splendor, and Explorer, all sister ships, the same build, the same class, but each has their own personality. So you can feel comfortable, familiar on each one, and everybody falls in love with a different ship. I love the Grandeur. It is really just the definition of luxury from the Fabergé egg on board, the amazing design, the themes, and just amazing ship. And like I said, no more than 750 total guests, all suite, all balcony. And I'll go into more of the spaces and offerings on each one of those ships. Then our classic fleet is made up of the Voyager, Mariner, and Navigator. The Voyager and Mariner, no more than 700 total guests. And then the Navigator, our most intimate, small size ship, no more than 490 or so guests. Um, so that's the smallest ship that we have in the fleet. And it really is a unique high level service experience. It's our strongest crew. The most veteran crew members request and end up working on that ship. And it really just is a different experience with how intimate it is. And it generally goes to some of the most exotic, unique destinations and does the exotic itineraries. So the Navigator is the fan favorite of the fleet, but you can't go wrong on any ship. Highlighting the grandeur, like I said, this is my current favorite. It's the new one. Everybody likes the shiny new ship, but really it has some very interesting in-depth designs and themes, starting with Prime 7, which is after a 1920s railway car. It has very unique uh, decorations and how it's designed. It's supposed to be a throwback, make you feel like you're in a time where luxury was at a different level. Then on the right, the entrance, the spa, salon, gym area, then the secondary pool where you can go escape for some peace and quiet. So this is my personal favorite spot on the ship because it's very quiet, not a lot of people back there for one reason. It doesn't have a bar. So most people want to be by the pool so they can have their pina colada, sip on their rosé. This pool, you can bring your drink down there and enjoy the trailing wake of the ship, but it really feels like it's your own personal pool deck balcony. And this is open to everybody. It's at the exit of the spa on the three new ships, so the Grandeur, Splendor, Explorer. So my routine I like to do when you go into this area, you have the steam room, sauna, and cold room, and then the shower experience. You go down the line of each one, and then you end up out in this pool deck area where you can just kind of relax and meditate and take in where you're at in the world and, feel happy about it. Then we also have a library on each ship. So if you're a book person, the number one thing to do in here is stop by and pick up the Mensa quiz each day. So you want to test how smart you are. We have the Mensa quiz, but get in there early because usually everybody takes one, or you can get one of the many world newspapers in there that they print out and have access to, or just kind of escape from your spouse for a little bit in here. Showcasing some of the room categories. Here's the concierge room. I really love the layout on this one. Um, this is like if you're standing right by the balcony window door, so that angle view, but the bed facing towards your ocean view, towards the balcony, a little veranda area, a desk, and one thing you may not pick up on is the storage. So when you can go into the room, put everything away, put your clothes in the walk-in closet, you realize you have so much room for activities and everything in there. You can move around and feel comfortable in the room. The amazing bed that I guarantee will be the best night's sleep ever. And when you close the two curtains, total blackout in there, and just you'll you have to, sometimes they have to come in and make you leave the room so you can have all your room service delivered. But concierge category, very comfortable, very spacious, and plenty of room with an amazing balcony, and then also a large double vanity walk-in shower, so you're not going to be cramped in there. Plenty of room for a couple to enjoy and both have their space. Here's the deluxe veranda, which is going to be pretty much the same layout depending on the ship. The bed may be different, but it's the same square footage. And the only difference is it may not have binoculars or something like that. So, really, the deluxe veranda concierge, very similar in square footage. It'll just be different location on the ship, but really just to show that you can't go wrong in any category, plenty of space, the closet area, spacious bathroom, and then of course your balcony. So just to highlight the different options, and of course, your champagne bottle on ice that you can have replenished daily. Because remember, everyone can request 2 bottles of liquor or wine, and they'll replenish those daily. So that could be a champagne bottle that they bring in twice a day if uh, if you're really thirsty. Then we have our penthouse categories. If you want butler service, we have that available. You know, definitely you don't need a butler, but having recently had one for the first time in a penthouse category, now I understand just what personalize and the extra attention can get you. And, they can do everything from take your room service order, help with your laundry. I asked my butler to help fold my button down shirts because I was on a cruise going to another event. And I, wanted to have everything in order, and folding isn't my strong suit. So I asked him to do that. And it was not, of course, he did it without any issue. And, they can be your friend too if you just need somebody to talk to. They'll listen, and our butlers really are amazing. They have a lot of time on cruise ships. They've worked their way up, and they really go above and beyond to give you that extra service and attention on board our ships. Then on the Voyager and Mariner, those 2 ships were recently refurbished. So you can see the amazing upgrades that they've gotten. The Mariner just had it done in December, and I was on board, and it really looks amazing. The goal of the refurbishment for both ships is to make sure that the rooms are up to the standard of the grandeur, and definitely that goal is accomplished. So, regardless of the ship or category, you can be guaranteed that the room is going to be luxurious, comfortable, and the best compared to any other cruise line out there with a beautiful balcony to enjoy the views. Also, on the Mariner, we added a culinary arts kitchen studio. So you can go in there, watch the head chef make a full presentation from start to finish. They'll cook it, demonstrate it, and put on a show while you dine there and take in the amazing experience, as well as a cocktail creation area. So it's multiple courses, different themes, and this was just added to the Mariner and Voyager. So upgrading, elevating the experience to make sure that it's the best, and we're not just staying average. We want to be the best. We want to provide new experiences and make sure that if you sail on a ship twice, it's something new is going to be experienced, and you're going to want to go on a third time. Moving on to our amazing food on board, multiple options. So it's not just one restaurant, a buffet. Really, on Regent, we don't really do buffets. There is a breakfast and lunch luxury buffet where one of our crew members will stand by there and serve you. So less contact. But if you would like to sit at the table and order, they'll come by, take your order, and bring it to you. So we have a luxurious twist on our buffet options, but there's always different things that you can uh, take advantage of, if depending on your mood, if you want something quick or not. But it starts with Compass Rose, which is on every ship, our main open dining hall. But unlike with others, no assigned time, no assigned table. You can come and go during the evening dinner hours, which are 6 to 9, and just be seated. This restaurant, like I said, on every ship features Versace plates as a table setting, but it's a casual luxury. So you can go in there. We have chef and featured items on the menu, as well as our classic, most popular dishes. totally customizable, so you can mix and match. And like I said, it's unlimited, so multiple courses, different drinks, anything you want on the menu, it's yours. So this is a not a specialty restaurant, but it very much feels like one. And what I love about it is you can also use it for the room service menu at night. So the nights that you want to stay in, watch one of the movies, or just enjoy the view, you could have surf and turf right in the room with your cocktails, dessert, everything brought to you. And you're not ordering just off a limited menu. So you can order from there in the evening. Prime 7, our steakhouse, also fleet wide every ship. That's your New York, Chicago style steakhouses. Then the other options, depending on the ship, chartreuse, French cuisine. And chartreuse, I'll point out, this is the one that really is people's favorite on board the ship that they end up booking for another time to get another reservation. So one of the most popular options, and then Pacific Rim, a Pan Asian style. Um, I mentioned the buffet, that would be La Veranda, luxury buffet. And then in the evening, that turns into Setamari, which is an Italian home style restaurant. So, like what your comfort meals growing up, you can find that there. My favorite is the Asabuco, and they alternate the menus every night, so you can dine there and it's always going to have something different. Now, just giving you more of a visual into each restaurant, show you the space, the different food options. Desserts are going to be offered more than you can eat, but amazing dessert options on board. You can see the different areas and different dishes that you can have, from chartreuse. And I mentioned this is the one that people will book again once they experience it. And it really feels like a New York style French restaurant, but where you're not packed in on top of each other. So you can have space. All of our specialty dining restaurants are meant to be long, not rushed meals. So you really can enjoy conversation if you're with a group, or have that date atmosphere, have that experience, and it's really intimate and multiple courses, a real dining experience. So chartreuse, a French cuisine. This is also on every ship except the Navigator. And then our newest restaurant, Pacific Rim, which I have a better picture here. Here is the cherry blossom tree on Grandeur. And this is the entrance to Pacific Rim. It's amazing in person. They're crystals that make the cherry blossom roses on the tree, and each Pacific Rim on the different ships have a unique statue entrance to it. And this is the restaurant where it's going to be small size plates, your sake, really a unique experience. And I usually get about 6 appetizers and 5 entrees here. So just having that, and I've been on other cruise lines where you ask for the steak and shrimp and they look at you like you're crazy. So just another thing with the restaurants where you get exactly what you want, never a bill, you're not signing anything, but the themes and design, specifically a Pacific Rim, this restaurant could be its own brand, outside of the cruise line. And the closest comparison I've heard is like a Nobu style. So for you foodies out there, it's that type of environment. Then to make sure I touch on the experience on the ship, kind of running through the perfect day of being on board. For me, I enjoy leaving out the breakfast order with the exact time that you want it. You have that delivered to you. So it's like a wake up call, because if you in some of our destinations, shore excursions can start early. So make sure you're up, ready to go to explore the destinations that you're visiting. Then you've selected one of the free included shore excursions. You go out and enjoy, explore that port, that destination that you've always wanted to visit, have an amazing day, and then you come back to the ship where you have your reservation in one of the restaurants, or maybe you're taking part in one of the evening activities like the culinary arts class or one of our uh, entertainment performances in a lounge. You have a cocktail, one of the lounges, enjoy the piano karaoke game, and then after dinner, you meet up with your group and you all enjoy a Broadway style show. And you do that again for the next 9 days. So that is kind of packing everything into one day, but from morning to night, everything that I mentioned is included. You're not signing a bill each time you go somewhere, stopping by for a coffee, a drink at the bar, all included, taking part in one of the activities during the day, that's included, as well as the shore excursion that you selected. Multiple if time allows. Or if you just want to enjoy the ship or we're having a sea day, enjoy some putt putt on the putting green. Also, now all of our ships have a pickleball court, so you could bring your paddle along because we don't limit luggage. Bring as much luggage as you want. But remember, you don't have to pack too heavy because we have laundry service. So it's one of the advantages. And then showcasing our multiple lounges. Our ships have around 2 to 3 different lounges, as well as a spa on board. Compass Rose and some of the other restaurants will be open during the day on a sea day or on select dates. So if you want to enjoy it during the day for lunch, our lounges are amazing. The observation lounge specifically on each ship on a high deck, that's where you can have the best views and usually empty, quiet during the day. So you can go up there, enjoy the different views, uh, make a recording for your vlog or something up there, and just have that space to yourself during the day. And then come back in the evening, enjoy your old fashioned with the amazing piano ambiance in there. But we also have a casino, a theater with different options each night, either Broadway style show, comedians, um, magicians. So it'll just depend, always changing. And then we also have featured lecturers and speakers on board. So I know for a lot of people, this really, they come back and they love these talks. You can get so much information on the history or science behind the destination you're visiting. And these are true experts in the field, and they will talk to you for hours and answer all of your questions. So that's an added enhancement that we have on board. And really, it just adds to the experience when you come back home to talk about everything. Our culinary arts kitchen. So if you want to take part in a meal cooking class, we have really something for everybody. So there are a lot of activities, a lot of different options. And then that still includes just going to the pool. And kind of the last point on the experience that I have to touch on is the dress code. I mentioned we're casual luxury, and we want you to feel comfortable. One misconception about Regent is that it's stuffy or you know you feel out of place. That is so far from the truth. Really, you can go on board and not tell who's in the top suite Everybody's a VIP, everybody has an interesting story, and everybody's welcoming. That is why people keep coming back. They meet friends on board and then they start cruising together. They go as a group, and we want you to be comfortable. So during the day, regular resort style wear, just, make sure you're keeping it somewhat classy, keep it covered, but resort style, we want you to be comfortable. And then in the evening, it's also about comfort. So we just announced recently that jeans, a elegant pair of sneakers is now available, but for dinner, all you need is a collared shirt. So we want you to feel comfortable because luxury means different things to different people, and it's all about comfort. We know that you've paid to get on board and experience Regents, and we want you to feel at home, and that means something different to everybody. So, a casual luxury for dress code, but if you still want to wear a um, something formal, you want to bring a jacket, button down, you want a tuxedo, go for it, because you will see some people who like to dress up, but it's a wide range, and more people, I would say, are on the casual upscale side. But if you want formal or casual, there's a place for everybody as long as you're comfortable, and that's the beauty of Regent. Now to talk about our why we're here, highlighting some destinations. The first on the Navigator, which is a Athens to Istanbul, 11 nights, January 4th, 2027. And we have groups being formed on each of these sailings that you can talk with Sean separately, and he has some very exclusive offers that I'm partnering to work with him on. And these are handpicked destinations curated by his expertise to guide you to either come back to Regent because maybe you took a break, come back to experience it, or we welcome you for your first time to come experience Regent. And these are some of the best itineraries that we want to highlight. So we're forming groups on these. More information, reach out to Sean and he can go into more details. But the first, Athens to Istanbul, amazing experience in the Med. That's our most popular destination that we visit with the excursions that are included right there. Amazing value on top of the ship experience. So that one definitely check out. Or if you want something more exotic, a South America cruise, Rio to Buenos Aires, also 11 days, January 22nd next year on the Mariner. So the Mariner just had a refurbishment, looks beautiful, and now you can sail in this exotic, beautiful itinerary. And really, this is perfect for somebody that wants adventure. We go in the height of the season, so the perfect time, perfect weather compared to other times of the year. And really, this is the adventure that you've been seeking. Our South America, our exotics, featured itineraries. You have the shore excursions on each port. You're enjoying the views and scenery on the ship. We bring in special curated wine from the regions of South America. So you're getting a unique immersive experience. And it's that one that, if you have something you've been wanting to celebrate, an anniversary retirement, this is the perfect once in a lifetime cruise. Don't wait any longer. This is a perfect itinerary, for the adventure seeker. Also, an amazing one that I pointed out that I personally, might just join on this itinerary is a 14-day Hong Kong round trip, December 22nd of 2027. And this is really an immersive experience because we have multiple overnights on this itinerary. So 14 days, that is really the perfect length, 2 weeks. You can get there, then you're used to being on board. You unpack once, you don't have to travel to multiple different hotels and arrange different modes of transportation. You can book all of your excursions through Regent. You have one room that's going to be much bigger than any hotel room that you book, and you get to see more places. You look at the itinerary to do that, not on a cruise, it may not even be possible or just not worth the amount of energy you're going to expense trying to get around and fly and go to all these different places. That's the beauty of an itinerary like this, that maybe you've always wanted to get to this area. You can experience everything in luxury with everything included and
I'll,
on board the Explorer.
sorry,
Oh, yeah.
Pilot Jennifer, I want to see if you can do those 47 shore excursions while you're on that one.
It's that's it that's a good amount. That's one of our higher compared to some others. So there's something for everybody. All activity levels. If you want something more adventurous, something to get your heart pounding, there's something for you. Or if you just want that nice and easy city highlights tour, there's also a shore excursion there. So that's the beauty of us compared to other cruise lines where it's not just one or two, it's not always a bus tour. There's really something for everybody. And the most popular options that, if there's a place that it's there's something that is the top priority to go see, we have multiple time slots. And I usually prefer to do the late one. So that's the one that's usually readily available. So the excursions, wide range. And we could also send a PDF list where it has in detail all the excursions that are offered with uh, a activity rated marker. So it's 1 to 3, a person walking. 3 is going to be more strenuous. 1, something light. But if that's kind of what how you factor in, you want to be able to explore places, but maybe you're worried about a mobility issue, we take care of that for you. We highlight that. And then the last one that we have curated together, formed in our group offering. And of course, if you want something more than what we offered, we have, we go all over, but these are just ones that we feel are can't miss. But a perfect 7-day, 7-night Caribbean Miami round trip on the Grandeur. So forget about your land-based, all-inclusive in quotations resorts. This is the best resort, a floating resort, and even if you've done the Caribbean, you've never done it like this on board the Grandeur. You don't even have to get off the ship for the experience to be better than anything you've ever had. And 7 days. So if you just need a quick getaway after the holidays and New Year, February, still a little bit cooler, not into the summer months, and still multiple excursions offered. So really something for everybody. And I know there's definitely a couple zip line or ATV adventures in there. So if you want that adventure, not me personally, but there's something for everybody. And with the food, with the entertainment on board, the ship itself, the amazing room, the service, small amount of people, the entire experience, you can't go wrong. And 7 days, just enough to uh, have an amazing time. But having done multiple 7 days, I always realize that, that you could do probably 6 months pretty easily. But 7 days, perfect for a Caribbean cruise, Miami round trip, easy in and out, and just have an amazing, luxurious trip on board the Grandeur, which is the best ship out there. And then just to end on what we have, if you would like to reach out to Sean to get more information on anything we discussed, we have a special 2-week cruise sale going on, in addition to some exclusive offers that he can give you more details on that are on the sailings that we went over. But a savings depending on the category and amount of time, and that will be for the next 2 weeks starting tomorrow. So after you listen to this, go to our website, check out more on the ships, the itineraries, the experience, and then get ready to book your next Regent cruise. And we hope to welcome you into the Regent family, because nobody does it better. And thank you so much for your time tonight or whenever you're listening to this, and hope to welcome you on Regent Seven Seas cruises.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep. Technology.
Yay, technology. Well, first, thank you very much. Just want to thank you very much for filling us. That was very informational, and we really appreciate it. And the thing that I want to point out, Regents, you hear Regent Seven Seas, what you all want to take away is ultra luxury. Everything's included, unlimited shore excursions, premium alcohol, Wi-Fi, gratuities. It's all rolled into one price. So when you get on board, you don't have to sit there and constantly go, now, what did I just do? What is on my bill now? I thought that was included. It wasn't included. It's all there, and you don't have anything to worry about. Couple of quick things for folks. We did highlight some of the different group trips that are there next year. And this is the thing for all of you, if you're here, someone from Travel Society probably referred you over here, or there's some reason why you're here. Just know that there's actually a lot of specials that Travel Society has that has access to that no one else does. So your agent is absolutely got amazing deals for you, in particular in some of these sites. This happens to also be a virtuoso voyage. For anyone who's ever done one of those, you know that those voyages are going to be typically a little bit over the top. And if Trish goes with you, you'll probably get some extra shore excursions. So I'm just saying, definitely, this is one that I would check out if you have any interest in these. We are not actually allowed to put up the price yet. So for that's one that you'll have to call your agent, and they'll be able to go ahead and give it to you after you ask them. Okay, so just keep that in mind. A good example of some differences. I personally think that next year we have our little Valentine's cruise, right? Everybody, I know nobody's doing hearts. Can anyone do this besides me? I don't want to feel stupid. All right, thank you.
Or pals.
Or Palantines
Or cow.
Coming up quick this week.
But everything, just take a look. Regents Online is this happens to be $5,299 right now. Through your Travel Society agent, you have your room would be $4,412, and yours comes with a hotel the night before, as well as $1 million of emergency medical membership. So again, the values are there, and your agents have access to it. Another virtuoso voyage here. This is just an amazing voyage. Again, what was it, 47 or 48 shore excursions?
Yes.
I do believe that somehow or other, I feel like Jennifer and Paul would be able to get all of them done. I don't know how they would do it, but they would figure it out as you're doing.
I got faith.
Yeah, somebody's got to. So again, if you have any questions, get back to your Travel Society agent, and we are more than happy to help answer anything. I don't know how to get rid of my screen now and stop sharing, because Zoom changed all of the lovely little parameters of what it used to do. So now I don't know how to get back over there and end it. So if anyone knows how to do that, you can send me a message. Oh, wait. Did I get rid of it? Yay.
Yes.
So that being said, does anybody have any questions? Please feel free to ask questions. Turn on your mic or send it through chat or do something.
yourself.
I do want to know, I do have one right up front though. Solo sailors. Do you have any specials on solo sailors?
Yes, we do. We have a solo single supplement special. So about 30 plus sailings, that is a true single rate. So I know Sometimes solo travelers, you pay double the price, but we definitely have a list where one person pays one price, and that you can find the full list on our website. So, definitely check that out. But that is a great special.
And you said that you'll do a solo sailor special on all the ones that you featured here today, right? I mean,
uh,
the rest of us heard it. It was a recording somewhere. I know.
we could work on something there
Okay.
on
Uh,
these.
and the other thing is, just got asked, restaurants, all of the restaurants are available to them and included within the pricing.
Correct. Yes. With the restaurants, everybody, regardless of the category, can make one reservation per restaurant before the cruise, so to keep it fair. And then on board, it's unlimited. So they purposely hold times and spots back. But that's one, in my time, everybody generally, once you get on board, they make sure that you get, a reservation somewhere. They find a way to get you in. So if you book last minute or not, you definitely, you'll have options on board. But one reservation in the specialty restaurants before, and then unlimited once you get on board. So there's a reservation desk.
Question on food type. If you have folks with special dietary needs, something like somebody has they need gluten-free, vegetarian. I'm reading text
Oh
messages
yeah,
for some reason. People
absolutely.
like to text me the questions rather than ask them. So vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free.
Anything and everything, from kosher to gluten, vegan, we can accommodate really any request. And if you go on the website, you find the culinary, it's called the Serene Health and Wellness Curated List. Those are all, health minded curated meals. Most are gluten free or vegan. There's gluten free desserts, and you can customize things. So if you have a special request with enough time, we can make anything happen. Like I'll give you an example. There was a time a gentleman, he needed the ready to drink shakes. We ordered 4 cases of them to have on board stocked just for him. And, you know, I believe there was no extra charge for that, as well as if there's a specific brand of alcohol we don't have, we'll order that for you and it'll be placed at the bars just for you to have. So any request, big or small, we can make that happen, but definitely pretty much any
I,
dietary.
I'll add to that for you. I had a client that actually wanted a specific type of Gatorade, and they found a way to get it on board. So,
That's
that was actually pretty cool. And they actually also located protein powder for one of my other clients.
Yeah,
That
we
fitness.
can make smoothies, protein drinks. The Gatorade on board, I'm happy to report it. We have red, yellow, blue, so they must get that from like a Costco or somewhere. But those are really the only plastic bottles on board is Gatorade. So you need that electrolyte come back early in the morning. The gym has a full freezer that you could refrigerator. You can walk in 24/7 and rate it if you would like and bring it, or they'll just bring it, stock your fridge.
Yes, to the person that asked, they do have distilled water on board for CPAP machines. So,
Yeah, gallons of it. That's probably our biggest request from my reservation days. So that is the simplest thing. There must be a whole, you know, room of it somewhere under the ship. And one on the solo uh, question, if you are traveling as a solo, so you're in a room, one person, we have a person on our entertainment crew that organizes a solo group. So if they see that you're booked, as one, even though a lot of people go as a group, they just don't want to share a room, they will invite them to different activities, events, dinner to make sure that, if they need extra push being included or, to socialize, that we have a great solo program on board. So we'll definitely do everything to make sure
While you're
you
on
have
that,
an
I'll hit the next
experience.
question, which I already know the answer to, but I'm going to ask it because they want me to ask it. Do you have guys on board that will dance with some of the single ladies that are there?
Yes, that's definitely our that our typical age around 60 years old, but the nighttime crew, they're all young and ready to entertain and keep the party going, all the way till
Single and
12 if
ready to
needed.
mingle.
That, they are true hosts. So they'll make sure, to get out there and keep energy, keep the vibes high.
Casino on board.
Yes, every ship has a casino, and
You
we're
know
part
that
of
she was on
NCL.
time, just so you know. I don't know if I told Jennifer I wasn't going to call her out for washing her hair during this one because she wasn't.
Thanks a lot, Sean. I'm gonna get you.
Vegas style casino. We're part of NCL, so the casino at sea, if you're part of those rewards, that carries over.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions, Karen? I don't see everyone. I just see
One
Caroline, Karen. Anybody?
I didn't mention, so we do allow kids, but kids are less than 1% of what sales on Regent. So even though we're all ages, there's not a kids menu, there's not a water slide. Everything is themed, done for adults, and your typical sailing has less than 5 kids and more often zero. So that's also a question I get all the
Uh,
time.
Akshay, Inga, anybody have any questions? Feel free. Anybody? Paula, Tiff, anybody?
It's really
Sean?
good. I'm very intrigued by the way, Sean. It looks really good. And the itineraries look really good. So I certainly will reach out to you. Thank you.
The Hi, Sean. This is Paula. The rooms for the solo travelers, do we get the pick of the rooms, or is there the Matchbox cabin, or
It's usually the concierge and below, but there's, like I had said, it's all suite, all balcony. You know, it's not like a special inside room. It's still everything included. The typical room average is around 350 square feet. So, it's not anything less than, and um, certain sailings will have more options, but it's usually concierge and below, which is ideal. One person in there, you have tons of space. So
Yeah, they're
thank
all
you.
out. So that's
Awesome.
perfect. That's awesome. Well, if you have anything, I'm looking. I don't see. Did we hit everything? I think we did.
Mhm.
Did he say all the rooms have balconies?
Yes.
correct.
That's great.
No, you're not going to be inside, and very large balconies. It's That's one thing I'm sure you've seen on other cruise lines. You go out there and it's like standing room only. You could just about stand there. There's furniture on each balcony. You have tons of room and it's very spacious. So that's definitely one of the benefits on Regent, the amazing balcony.
And you did say that there's a spa.
Correct. Every ship has a spa. That's one of the few things not included. So your massages, treatments, salon, you can use onboard credit towards that if you have any. That the spa
Use
has a
Jennifer's
cost,
credit
but
card.
charge it
No.
to her. The 90-minute stone massage. That's one of the popular options. But the access to the spa facilities and gym, that's all included. So there's no extra charge like the steam room, sauna, gym, that secondary pool area. That's all included.
It's wonderful. All right. Well, thank you very, very much for taking the time to go through all this with us. We really appreciate it. I know that there's some very exciting shore excursions. What I really like also is doing those shore excursions when you look at those Eastern cruises, right? When you're going to Asia and everything else, having those shore excursions included in the price of your cruise is nice.
Yes.
It really is, knowing that you're going to have, knowing that you've spent all you need to spend. So I really enjoy that aspect of it. But thank you again for this. Anybody has any questions, please get back to the agent that referred you in. You know, we're happy to help in any way. And trust me, if they don't know, they'll find out very quickly. Because again, remember, it's not important if they know the answer right away. It's important if they know who to call to get the answer.
That's right.
So that's how you do it.
The truth.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Let's go
Thank
on a
you.
cruise.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.